Hey guys, there are so many cool secrets in stop motion, or little unknowns, and today I'm going to teach you guys about one of them: how to do a pop through, or a block as we call it in CG, and taking it all the way to your final animation. You are going to be creating poses for the key moments in your animation, and the reason we do this is to supply yourself and the director with information about what you're going to be doing moving forward into your hero animation. Number one, set up your camera. Connect it to your stop motion software. I like to use Dragon Frame. It's the best stop motion software out there. I'm using a Sony AS Mark II. I chose a 20mm lens because I wanted to get some really fun perspective in the jump. Two, figure out your rigging. In this jump animation, my character is going to be needing support in the middle of the air, so I'm going to use my winders to make the job a lot easier. Three, draw out my basic thumbnails to put on my X sheet to give me a little bit of guidance as I move into my animation. Number four, toy time. So I'm going to do a quick toy time test to get an idea of how many frames are going to be in this animation. Number five, check my start and end frames to make sure my character is in frame and also in focus. So if you look here, part of setting up is I got my end pose focus, and then I've got my starting pose focus. And basically I'm going to hand animate the move as the character moves throughout the scene. Number six, basic lighting. You want to make sure your character is lit throughout your shot. So that means testing your start and end and checking out the middle zone too to make sure totally lit throughout the entire animation. Number seven, time to block. I will be photographing my key poses and breakdowns to illustrate the animation. Number eight, take notes. What did you learn doing the block? You want to take that information as you move forward. So number nine, now we're moving forward into the hero phase of the animation. Now that you have all the information on your X sheet and the improvements you want to make moving forward, the first thing you do is shoot a blank frame of your set, because you're going to need that blank plate to remove all the wire from your animation as you're going into the hero. Hero time. Now you're going to be shooting the real animation. I like to keep my blocks or rehearsals, depending if I'm working on a film, handy, usually on a second monitor that I can frame through and reference, knowing like, okay, 3-4 frames to this pose, 6 frames to that pose, whatever it is. I don't try to line it up ever. The block is pretty much just a reference point to me. Anytime I've tried to really recreate what I do in a block, it stifles me and it really kills the flow of my animation, because flow is such an important part for speed, for continuing all the arcs that are naturally and totally different every time you animate. I just keep it as a reference point on the side. So this is a very simple illustration of how to do a pop through or a block. In feature animation, you're going to be doing blocks for every single shot you do, and it's going to be one of the few chances you get to pivot and improve your shot. In television, you don't always have this kind of time, but in really complex situations, taking a little bit of time at the beginning before you start, it's going to really inform you and give you at least a jumping off point before you go into the unknown of creating your shot. I hope this was useful, and in a future video I'll show you guys how to remove the wire from your jump animations or any animations where you're using rigging. Please like and subscribe.